back to the channel. It is a micro invasion. Look at all the micros coming through here this week and last week. It's amazing how many micros are starting to come out, and this one is particularly neat to me, mainly because it has this really awesome frame on the outside of it, the shell over the top, and I didn't have to build this one. I didn't have to do anything. It came to me ready to bind up with the receiver in here for DSMX, and I was flying this one within about 10 minutes. It comes with a little 600 milliamp battery, 1S battery, and you can fly this one for probably about 5 minutes on that battery. You can hook it up to Cleanflight. In the very back you have your little mini USB port back here. I have my rates set to about 0.70. The motors are completely covered up underneath the frame, motor wires under here. You have a little bit of wire sticking out on the very bottom, but there's a nice carbon body frame on the bottom. This is about 1.5 mil, 1.5 millimeter carbon frame on the bottom, so it feels really durable in my hands. It doesn't feel like these arms are going to break. This reinforced plastic frame on the top is nice too, because it gives just a little more reinforcement. But 600 TVL camera on this, running 5.8 gigahertz, compatible with just about any of your goggles. So it's also running 1S, but you can change this board to 2S. These motors should be able to handle it. It's going to make this a little heavier flying, but 2S is probably going to get you in that 6 to 7 minute range, a little longer flight time on this little quadcopter. But this is the GB100, by the way. It's on our friends over at GearBest's website. When this one came in the door, I looked at it and I thought, well, this one has a little smaller motors than what I've been flying. I've been flying 8.5 millimeter and this other 10 millimeter motors on the Cheerson copter, but this one's a lot lighter than some of those other ones. So it still seems pretty fast. And for somebody who's new, who doesn't want to build something, who wants something that's going to be something that they can move up with, they can start out with stabilized mode. You can fly it nice and gentle and learn how to FPV with this and not spend a ton of money, because this one's around 80 bucks. You know, with the receiver on it. So that's pretty awesome. That's cheaper than an Inductrix Fpv, and I think it looks a little cooler too. So it's still got that sort of that minion look to it. It's really a neat frame over top of this X frame, and it is a true X, by the way. Look at that. It's straight up X frame. So it is way more maneuverable than our H style frames. I like these little mini X's. They are super cool. But I think the durability of this one is pretty good. The motors don't seem to turn and bend a lot like I've seen on other microframes. Like sometimes when you have a crash, you have one motor really kind of sitting to the side, and if you don't notice it, your prop will swing over and hit the frame. So this frame seems really rigid and the motors seem really locked in. Now, one tip that I will give you with this one is on the very bottom you have these motor wires sticking out, and on the bottom of this, where the motor wire goes into the motor, you want to make sure that you cover this up with some liquid tape. I didn't use hot glue because I think hot glue will be a little heavier, and every gram on this frame counts toward battery life, so the lighter you can make it, the better. But this is going to make this way more durable for you if you do this. The battery could probably use a little piece of Velcro here to hold the battery in place. If you do that, that'll help you out a lot and keep it from sliding. But it already comes with this little piece of Velcro here set up for your battery. So this is a ready to fly kit, which is, or excuse me, an almost ready to fly kit that has a whole lot of appeal to it for the price point. So I would definitely grab one of these. If I was going to spend my money on a micro, this would be an easy choice, because it's already built. I didn't have to do anything, and I'm pretty busy most of the time with reviews, so that's great for me. I can just put a battery on it, charge it up, bind it up, and go fly it. You really don't have to do anything in Cleanflight to get this one working, so not a big deal. One tip I'm going to let you know about is you want to move your trim button here all the way down to 0 for it to arm correctly and get this one running. But very nice build and really solid little GB100. I enjoy it. So thanks again for watching the flight test and this little demo of this GB100. Guys, I'll see you on the next one.